Hari Om, dear friends.
Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha.
I am Arjun Gowda.
And I am Suhasini Bibi. Today we will be talking to you about decoding the buzz in the brain as a part of our Tattva X mind series.
So what is this buzz in the brain we're talking about? Now let's dive straight into our topic. Our mind and brain continue to be a mystery yet to be unraveled. The more we learn, there appears to be much more to be understood. Brain is a part of our sthula sharira or gross body. Our brain can be compared to an electric circuit. It is an electrochemical organ. The brain comprises of billions and billions of small cells called neurons. The movement of ions across these cells generates electrical signals. The synchronized electrical pulses from masses of neurons communicating with each other produces brainwaves. These waves measure just a few millionth of a volt. Hence, when you touch your brain, you don't really experience an electric shock like you would when you touch a live wire.
The buzz in the brain is caused by these electrical signals called brainwaves. All our thoughts, emotions, and behavior are caused by the communication of brainwaves between the neurons in the brain. The brain controls the functioning of each and every part of our body, with neurotransmitters acting as chemical transmitters to each and every organ, gland, and cell. These brainwaves control the functioning within our body, but interestingly enough, they also control the world outside. But a little later on that. These waves are of varying frequencies. We can in general say that at lower frequencies, we feel sluggish, tired, or sleepy, and at higher frequencies, we feel alert and active. Depending on the location where these brainwaves arise, our thoughts, behavior, moods, and emotions vary.
Let us look into the most commonly known frequencies of these brainwaves, shall we? Medical science has employed the use of a method known as electroencephalography, which involves placing electrodes over the scalp, plotting the electric activity of the brain on a graph. Through the use of EEGs, we have discovered 5 types of these brainwaves occurring in the human brain. This table shows us frequencies from the lowest to the highest frequency. Delta, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma.
It must be noted that all the waves are present at all states of consciousness. However, only one of them is dominant at a given time. There is an accepted normal pattern of brain waves for different states of consciousness. Abnormal wave patterns are indicative of brain disorders. Here we present to you a table with common brain wave frequencies, their frequency range in hertz, and general characteristics.
The delta brainwave frequency has a range from 1 to 4 Hz.
It's usually observed in sleep or deep unconsciousness.
The theta brainwave frequency has a frequency range from 4 to 8 Hz.
Creativity and insight are general characteristics of this range.
The alpha brainwave frequency ranges from 8 to 13 Hz.
Alertness and peacefulness are general characteristics of the alpha range.
The sensory motor rhythm brainwave frequency ranges from 13 to 15 Hz.
Mental alertness and physical relaxation.
The beta brainwave frequency ranges from 15 to 20 Hz, and the higher beta frequency ranges from 20 to 32 Hz.
Sustained concentration, intensity are some of the general characteristics of this range.
The gamma brainwave frequency ranges from 32 to 100 or 40 Hz.
Cognitive processing, problem-solving tasks, and mental sharpness are generally observed in this range. So, what do these brain waves mean to us after all? Our brain wave profile and our daily experience of the world are inseparable. Research has identified that brainwave patterns and imbalance in them causes variations associated with all the sorts of emotional and neurophysical health. Over-arousal in certain brain areas is linked with anxiety disorders, sleep disorders, depression, chronic pain, etc. Under-arousal in certain areas causes depression, ADHD, and other disorders. Instabilities in brain rhythms cause epilepsy, aggressive behavior, and impulsive behavior.
Brainwaves in the world outside. The brain signals travel inside and outside the body as well. This explains activities such as telepathy, telekinesis, hypnotism, intuition, love at first sight, etc. For most of us, energy of the brain waves is not focused enough and dissipates or scatters in the open. As a result, energy of the waves will decrease faster with distance and time. However, with strong concentration or meditation to generate brain waves of required energy level, there is a technique that you can develop with yogic practices. A yogi can perform telekinesis. So what is telekinesis? Telekinesis is a general term for any ability that involves using the mind to understand or manipulate or to move matter or objects. Further, it may evolve to the point where it can control anything from a subatomic particle's size to the size of the universe. The activity we know as telepathy is possible as the brain allows many waves to travel as pulses. A thought can travel through distances as large as the distance from France to India, or maybe even more. Many superhuman experiences can be tapped upon by being able to control, focus, and alter energy that can be generated from the brainwaves.
How do we alter this energy in the brain? Our Vedanta, our Sanatana Dharma, have from time immemorial given us sattvic and natural ways to harness the energy of our brain and make our brain waves optimal and highly efficient. These practices should be understood and practiced. A lifestyle based on these dharmic practices goes a long way in harnessing these energies and staying out of mental disorders and also in fixing most common health issues found today. Brain waves in state of meditation are understood to be as follows: alpha meditative state, theta meditative state, and delta meditative state. The alpha meditative state is a tranquil, lucid, calm, and reflective state. It is associated with the power of now and experiencing the presentness, as we call dharana in Sanskrit. Also, it aids the overall mental coordination and body-mind integration. Too little of its presence is correlated with depression. Meditation synchronizes the alpha activity between the four regions of the brain, which are anterior, posterior, left, and right. This effect is positively correlated with creativity.
The theta meditative state is a meditative trance, a prayerful and a spiritual state. It is withdrawn from external stimulus. The theta meditative state focuses on signals from within. It has vivid imageries, dreams, and nightmares. It is a free flow of thoughts without censorship or guilt and promotes adaptation. This state is associated with intuition, ideation, and creativity. Theta waves are strong during any sort of spiritual focus, and they reflect the state between wakefulness and sleep. Theta waves are likely to arise when a meditator holds his attention lightly on his inner experience. This is the significant difference between meditation and simple relaxation. Increased theta waves tend to occur more frequently in highly experienced meditators. Theta waves are said to help open the third eye for meditators.
The delta meditative state promotes healing and restoration of body functions. It is the loss of bodily awareness. It occurs highly in experienced meditation practitioners and is highly correlated to spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence is nothing but the ability to access, express, and process spiritual information. Delta waves are characteristic of sleep. Most delta waves are seen during meditation, except in cases of deep meditation by experienced practitioners. An increase in delta waves will cause a decrease in the stress producing hormone cortisol. It has been discovered that a meditator's brain function is distinctly different from that of someone who does not meditate. Also, meditation not only changes the brain functions in the short run, but findings show that it has an impact in the long run as well.
So, dear friends, let's work on conquering the buzz in our brain. Meditate on a daily basis for at least 10 minutes every day. Coming to an end, I would like to stress that it's not merely understanding our brain waves that is important, but to use this understanding in the practice of activities that will push us forward in our personal and spiritual journey. So let's remember, the next time life feels a bit too much for you, let's just sit back and say no to gamma waves and beta waves for a bit and invite a few alpha and theta waves into our brain. With that, we would like to conclude our presentation. Thank you.
Om Tat Sat.